Alright, welcome back to the Vgtr challenge. This time, as you can see, it is a bit different. We are on Assetto Corsa. And we are running on the Nordschleife circuit. As you can see, we are currently spectating Silver Wolf or Janus Kling driving the Alfa Romeo vintage touring car. And I think I need to turn down... Oh. Go back to Safet Seliminovic, who just went straight into the wall. Now, you're going to have to excuse me for my not knowing of these corners, because it is a massive 20+ kilometer circuit that goes for a long time as we spectate Arturo Carrillo going over the very quick uphill section. Camille Taha as well. One of the Vgtr ACC drivers having a bit of a go at this event as he slams straight into the wall. We do have 8 minutes to go off this practice session, so we'll be hoping to get at least some for some reason there's no timings whatsoever. No tower either, so we're not going to be able to see anybody's... Oh, look at that. Tom Bartels in the carousel going ever off. And my game... Oh, my game going back. I need to change. It's not a Assetto Corsa Competizione anymore. It is a... It is AC. Just normal Assetto Corsa. There we go. Save that, close that. There we go, look at that. Here we have Tom Bartels. He's had no practice for this race at all. Driving the BMW M3 GRA2 Spec 2. And there is Martin Ducon just coming out of the pits for what will be his outlap. I don't think anybody's actually set a valid lap yet so far, so yet to see as Tom Bartels goes off again. Haven't seen this man since the 12 hour of Watkins Glen. Back to Martin Ducon. And Martin Ducon coming across a stranded BMW, who seems to have completely lost. Yeah, they're completely lost, so... That's that. Adrian Weaver disconnects from the server. Back to Tom Bartels we go, as he just heads over to the other carousel, the more shorter one, towards the end of this lap. And that is nearly a completed outlap of this circuit, as we go to David Oliver, who decides to not take the proper line of the carousel, taking the outer banking or the flatter circuit, flatter part of the circuit. And there's Safet Seliminovic. In the Alfa Romeo, we'll go to oh god, I can't pronounce her name. Pucho, and he also leaves as we go back to Safet Seliminovic. on his out lap. Just started it looks like, because he's on the straight. And we go to Tom Bartels, who has now started a flying lap. There we go. The countdown starts, and this lap should take around 7 minutes 40 seconds. Obviously, Tom Bartels has never set a valid lap time here for a long time, at least. Mantas is actually one of the first people to set a valid lap time of an 8-minute 10. That is his out lap, I think. Or possibly he has just lost every single ability to drive on the circuit, as he drifts straight into the wall. So not too good from him. Walter Mia, what can they do? Taking it nice and slowly up towards the straight now, and this is where a lot of the cars bounce. But we cut to Lishpusho Tomev before that happens. Also heading through the first part of the circuit. And I thought that was going to be our first overtake of this event, but sadly there are none happening there as we just head through that corner. But we cut to Tom Bartels, who is just about a 7th of the way through his lap, already in a 150, as he comes through this one of the most difficult corners, I'd say, except the carousel. I should really get like a track map next to myself, but I can't be... For some reason, I just can't get one, as we see the Alfa Romeo in the background just completely missing their turn. And we get through all of these very nice weavy corners as Martin Ducon disconnects from the server again, and Mattis Card exits out of the pit. Very nice top-down view. And if I can get some... corner names for Nordschleife, I could at least try to have some more entertaining commentating here. Because I know approximately where a lot of the drivers are right now. Apparently I don't actually. And I've just realized that most of the circuit names are in German, and I don't actually know how to talk in German. So that is unlucky for me. I won't be able to say most of the corner names. And practice nearly comes to an end. And we may want to have a look. There we go, 15 people out on track right now out of the possible 24. Obviously, it says that I'm here, but that is just because I need to be in the game in order to be able to commentate. Shireko says give it a go. Well, I feel like I'm going to butcher a lot of these names, and also, not names, a lot of these corner names. And I don't even know where half of them are. Even though I was so confident that I did. Right, so we are going to go to Hatzenbach, and then it's going to be going into Hoheneichen, I hope. And this is Tom going over the carousel, I think. That's at least what I like to call it. Not sure exactly where that is. And go Camille Taha. Coming across one of the probably Eschbach, Brunnen, Ace Curve, Fansgarten, Sprugenhügel, Stefan Beloff-Oss, and the other couple names that I just cannot for the life of me pronounce. But that is the practice session over. We got 16 people to be starting this race, or this qualifying session, and then the race. It'll be a 20-minute qualifying, and then a 5-lap race. Obviously, those 5 laps will take around 40 minutes on this circuit. And there we go, Camille Taha taking the proper way around the second carousel as Tom Bartels completely drifting through the corners and even locking up his fronts. Look at that. I still have the fastest outlap trophy. And I'm not sure that's good as Tom Bartels heads into the wall. Invalidating his lap. And I feel like we won't actually have too many valid laps for this qualifying session. But Tom Bartels still doing pretty well. Look at that tire screeching as we just go straight into the wall. And that is a pretty nasty hit for the Dutch driver in the BMW. As we just go to Risto Rehem in the BMW as well. Yeah, not sure starting last is a good idea. Well, I feel like it's either first or last. Wow. As Camille Taha and M. Fazl... Oh, I can't say that name, my apologies. Falsder set the only valid laps of this session. I can barely keep my own car on track without people next to it. Well, there you go. Man, that Alpha is one good-looking car. Oh, it really is. But I will say that BMW looks pretty good as well. You'll get a good view of the inevitable mayhem, Matas. Well, I feel like he might be part of the mayhem if he starts last. I have to do well. I am the king of the crap boxes after all. Well, that is absolutely true. So if you can keep it first... Oh, look at that drift into the wall. The car is completely beaten up. But yeah, if you can start first and finish first, then, well, you'll be officially crowned the king of the crap boxes. Until then, I don't think we can really say anything about you. Right, when is this overtime gonna finish? It's taken quite a long time right here. Some people still on their outlaps. Right, well, let's turn off auto cam for now. I said let's turn it off. And have a look around the track. Oh. Back to the pits. Can have a look at my car. Look at this. It's beautiful. My car is the only sporty car out here, as you can see. Yeah. I only get the BMW. I think IM should really be IM one. A bit out of place, yeah. Pretty much out of place here. Don't know what I'm doing. We have this BMW over here. I can't... Oh, look at that. Are we going to go into qualifying now? It's just a lot of overtime, to be fair. What do you mean sporty? That is the opposite of sporty next to these legends. 2-minute cooldown, ah. Well, you know, my car is here on the sport list. For some reason, so... Like, you guys are the 90s touring, and I am the sports. So, not sure what's going on. 2-minute cooldown, though. That is interesting. So, well, I guess here we can just have a little gander around if I can... nope, I can't. Back to the pits. Ah, we can have a look at people's cars. There we go, look at that. That is the Mercedes of Adrian Weaver. Then we have the BMW M3 of Lespeujo Tomov. Martin Ducon driving the Mercedes as well. Alfa Romeo looking very nice, driven by Matej Bendel. Then we have Risto Rahim, and then it cuts off. G, driving the BMW. Then we have Arturo Carrillo, driving the 155 V6 Ti. Look at these two people. They're doing 32 and 40 over here. This guy has done a 32.8 on medium tires. Keep that in mind when we see him leading the race. And then we have another Alfa Romeo and another Alfa Romeo, and then David Oliver driving the BMW M3. And then Walter Mia driving the Alfa Romeo 155 V6 Ti. Also another M3, an Alfa Romeo, an M3, an Alfa Romeo, and an Alfa Romeo. Let's talk to chat. What are the predictions? Oh, I guess we won't hear from them because it is time for them to go out onto track. We can actually turn on autocam. And we can have a look at Matas' kart. And then we can actually turn off autocam, because we will be looking at him for a long time. So I think we'll be, yeah. With Matas being a pretty quick driver out on track, he should get a pretty good position here, probably on the front row. My prediction is that Matas crashes out on turn 10 on lap 3. Wow. That is an interesting prediction at that. And also very specific. I didn't think a prediction could get much more specific than that. Right, this is the flat out section. Not sure why Matas is starting to decrease his gears. There we go. Probably down into third. Out of that corner. Fourth gear. Fifth, and then over these kind of bouncy curbs. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And then have to be super cautious here where to brake, and he completely spins, and that is over for that lap. Matas ending up in the wall. So that was not the best move set by Matas. Not even sure what these deltas are. Right. Down to second instead of fourth. Yikes. Completely spinning it around. Look at the amount of people out on track right now. Camille Taha, he's following another 155 V6 Ti. And he's hunting for blood. He wants to get that pole position. I can feel it through the screen. The anticipation as Martin Ducon does nearly the same thing that Matas did. As Walter Mia ahead of Camille Taha going off the track and giving him the position. As they all scramble to be the first people out on their flying lap as Walter Mia goes into the wall. Camille Taha, though, he is still on a big run here as he just goes off the track and nearly hits the wall. He saves it a couple of times, but we actually cut away before we get to see his destiny being served. Martin Ducon, he's been chased by another 155 V6 TIs up through one of the curves. Walter Mia just recovering from that crash that they had. And looks like they want to continue as well. 25 minutes worth of qualifying. This should be long enough for most of the drivers to get a couple of laps in. Matej Bendel. Very nice red Alfa Romeo livery. Tom Bartels still not crashed. Well, I'm going to start from the back now. I'm going to be here for the entertainment. Wow. Camille Taha wanting to be the star of the show. Starting from the back, probably trying to do a last to first challenge. Look at the train of people here. It is Lishpucho Tomev leading that train ahead of Tom Bartels and the other Mercedes Evo 2. I think that's what they are. Matej Bendel, though, he's in the very good position here. As he just gets brake checked by Lishpucho Tomev. I'm not sure what that was all about. There's another Alfa Romeo behind him that's going to be battling for position. Well, position in qualifying. And actually, Lishpucho Tomev seemingly having a lot of damage, so that is why he was very slow ahead of Matej Bendel. And in the background over there, an Alfa Romeo going completely off the track. David Oliver, that was actually going off the track as well now. I never really even realized how long a Nordschleife outlap is. Look at, like, I don't think there's anybody starting an actual lap yet. Not sure if this delta is going to even do anything, but we can have it up there. David Oliver coming through the circuit very hard as the Lishpucho Tomev takes the carousel alongside Matej Bendel and the Alfa Romeo behind him, and David Oliver as well. It is starting to become a bit of a train of 4 people before they even start their qualifying lap. And they get to the straight, and actually, there we go. Our first person who's going to set a lap time here is going to be Fowles Driver. He's the first person to complete their outlap. And you see him taking the first couple of corners of the circuit. Very tricky. Not one of the most technical parts of this lap, but it definitely is one of them. You can see turning left, right, having to brake a lot of the times. As he now comes around to the straight, where a lot of cars go up into the air, but I don't think they are going to be bouncing that much. No, they're not. Having to brake a bit before that fast right-hander. Now he's going to be going through to the next straight, and now this one is completely flat out until the end. And now he's going to be braking a bit for this corner, taking it nice and tightly, and now braking a lot more here, coming down into third gear, and then coming straight out. And this is one of my favorite parts of the circuit, where it is just nice little left, right, but it is all flat out, bouncing up, down a lot. And this is going to be going into sixth gear. And now up to the very slow part of the circuit, having to brake a lot, and now shifting down into third, braking even more, taking as much curb as he can. And now accelerating straight out of that corner. And now I think this is also going to be a very quick part of the circuit. He's going to have to brake a bit here. Not a lot. Just enough so he doesn't get onto the grass. Now, if you do get on that grass, it is completely deadly. You cannot get out of it. But he's handled it pretty well, and now into the very fast part of this track, where there's a lot of turns. And mainly done in around third or fourth gear. Very brave these drivers have to be. Pushing the car to the limits, but not over the limit, otherwise your whole entire lap is ruined. Now, being 2 minutes 50 seconds into the lap and ruining it is not a nice feeling. You can trust me with that one. But so far, Fowles Driver has been doing it very nicely. Seems like he's had a lot of practice before this race. Having some back-end action over there. And now through yet another fast part of the Nordschleife. This is a very long, lingering right-hander right before the flat-out section of the circuit. Now here I always misunderstand where to brake, because some of these corners are completely blind, but I think Fowles Driver knows when to brake and when not to. You see, always here I start to brake, but you see he's going straight flat out. Sixth gear all the way. Very quick. Not losing any traction. And now he's coming into the more technical part of the Nordschleife. As he just slows down. And yes, this is right ahead of the carousel. Right before the part where you can lose the most amount of time and win the most amount of time. You see there's a lot of flags over there being painted. Very beautiful track aesthetically as we look at it from the top down view. Voltramia disconnects from the server. And he's actually nearing the last third of this lap. Maybe even the last quarter of this lap. As he's gonna come through the second carousel soon. Those brakes. So hot from a lot of braking. I mean, why else would they be hot? I don't know. Absolute beautiful, lush greenery around here. An ambulance standing by just in case. And this is the YouTube corner. I know this one from a lot of fail compilations, but Fowles Driver's not going to be one of them. He's going to continue on for the last couple of corners before he sets off onto the long, long straight. Having his back end out even a bit here. Brakes heating up even more. As he now comes down. Ooh, very close over there. And now, ooh, also very close. This is starting to get my nerves in over here. I'm suddenly rooting for Fowles Driver as he comes into the second carousel. This one taken very nice and shortly. Drifting straight after the corner, and now through the final couple of turns before he heads off to the very long straight. No clue how long the straight is. I don't know if there's any I don't know, any measurements. Longest, it's the longest straight on the circuit. And I think it is over 4.5 kilometers. Surely that can't be right. .5 kilometers of straight would be super annoying. Right, he's now finishing off this lap as he comes through the final corner, and that is a 7:28.3 by Mr. Fowles Driver. That is a beautiful lap as we see Janus Kling, or Silver Wolf as they like to be called, coming also around the final couple of turns. Now you see Fowles Driver was already done with his lap by the time Janus Kling is still coming around the final couple of corners. That is the massive difference between the two drivers. Janus Kling gonna set around the same time that I can. A 7:41.0. Who's gonna be the third person to come across the line? It is going to be Tom Bartels, I think. And Tom Bartels, as you can see, he's already 7:41, which is when Janus Kling was already done with their lap. Matej Bendel setting a 7:34. And Tom is going to be actually in the 8-minute mark over here as he just invalidates the lap as well, which is very unfortunate for the Dutch driver, as we got L. Tomoff setting a 8-minute time. Same thing with David Oliver, also setting an 8:06. Tom Bartels, he set an 8:14.5. Over 46 seconds slower than our current pole sitter. Safet Seliminovic, he's going to be coming across the line soon as well. Very close to the edge of the circuit. He's going to be setting an 8-minute 19.2. And the person behind him is going to be Martin Ducon, setting an 8:21.2. Mattis Carr setting a 7:33.4. Very good lap time by him. It is, though, 5 seconds slower than our current pole sitter. Coming into the pits now. A. Carroll setting an 8:38. over 1 minute and 9 seconds slower than our pole sitter. Wow. That first guy is absolutely mental, and I can agree with that. Kantivich, he's set a 7:44.1. That puts him in 5th place. Our Rahim G is set a lap time that is 1 minute and 12 seconds slower than our pole sitter. Soft tires were completely dead by the end of my 2nd lap. Not even sure that mediums will last 5. Well, there you go, matters. Giving us the insights of the tire wear on the circuit. As we see Yannis Kling just putting it into the wall. And still a couple of people to set a lap. We've got Christian and Agent Weaver. He's yet to set a valid lap time. I'm not going to be setting a lap time because I am commentating. And Camille Taha, he's going to be starting from the back. Now, I am just going to leave you with this autopilot camera for a couple of seconds before we get ready for the race. Alright, and we are back. Let's have a look. Has anybody else set a valid lap time? No, they haven't. Matters still a long time off. Still not improving as much as he would hope, at least. And we see Adrian Weaver just get onto the final stretch of this lap. And it is very windy out there, as you can hear. You can see Adrian Weaver just whizzing on by. Look at that. Beautiful camera angles, and that is qualifying over for most of our drivers. It definitely will be over for Adrian Weaver as they're just coming across the line now. This delta time is not actually doing anything, so I can remove it for now. And Adrian Weaver sets a time good enough for 6th, and that puts them in 6th. Why did I say it's a different? Maybe we can change the config. Oh. There's the amount of people we have. Right. Let's do that. We can have only first names, only last names, or their TLC names. Huh. Well, I don't think that's that useful. Colors, I like it like that. Quali mode. Ooh, times. Yeah, look at this. We can have a look at people's time. And there you have it. Most people now actually in the pits. Adrian still out there. So is Al Tomov. Basically, softs die in 1.5 laps, mediums die in 3 laps, and hards get stone cold. Take your pick. Damn. I guess that is the choice then. It is a choice between the softs and the mediums. Thank God I don't have that Ferrari livery on. I'd start on wets again. Yeah. As we see another person set a valid lap time. I actually didn't see who that was. Very good job by me. And who should we start this race with? I think we should start it with Tom Bartels, who's in the pits right now, but we'll see him go into the race soon enough. Where is Matas? Well, Matas is actually right here, if you were wondering. So don't you worry, Matas is safe and sound, okay? Well, we've got Yanis Kling, or Silver Wolf, who's just decided to go for another lap. And I actually don't remember what the cooldown time was for the qualifying session, but whatever it was. I've set it a bit high because now we're just waiting for the Stranglers. Going for a long time. I think it was like 840 seconds. Well, apparently it wasn't. Because we're in the pits now. And we can have a look at our starting grid for today's race. For today's race, we have Michael Fazel driver starting first with a 728.3. Then comes Matas. Then Matej Bendel. Then Janis Kling. Matic Kadovic. Adrian Weaver. Lešpucho Tomov. David Oliver, who is not here for some reason. Tom Bartels started in 9th. Safet Seliminovic in 10th. Martin Ducon in 11th. Arturo Carrillo 12th. Risto Rahim in 13th. Cristiano Gillen in 15th. And Camille Taha in 16th. I don't know why it put me ahead of him. I really hope I don't even start the race. Can you show a map, or is that pointless? I actually don't even know if I have a map here. I don't think I have a map, and I think it would be really pointless, because it would have to take over like 3 screens in order to wrap around fully. My internet connection doesn't want me to race, apparently, says David Oliver. So we might see David Oliver sadly leave the race. Be safe when overtaken. Tight track. Please no punterino. And be calm when behind someone. Long race and lots of mistakes to be done. Good words by Silver Wolf. Pit is not necessary. No. After the first lap, end of straight, hards will be stone cold. It says Matas, lower pressure. He says no punterino, and hopefully I don't need to start this race because it put me in front of Camille Taha, which is not what you want to see. There you go. There I am in front of Camille Taha, so I'm not sure how that works. My ping at 314. So it's just completely, like, dead. Yeah, can I just be put into the pits, please? Oh no. Put me into the pits. No, no, no. Right, there we go. It says that my penalty is that I have a locked controls, but the race has gone underway and there's been no incidents coming into turn 1. We were spectating Safet Seliminovic, and now we're going on to Martin Ducon, who's very close, side by side with the Alfa Romeo. I don't even think you can hear me because it is so loud, and the Alfa Romeo going off the track and making a bit of a mistake. And coming onto the track very safely, actually, right there. Lešpucho Tomov, 15th place. I think that is actually nearly last. Apart from the people that are right there in the back. Yeah, Lešpucho Tomov actually moving up the field. We can have a look at Mata's car and turn off autocam. There we go. Really hope I could get rid of this penalty thing. But never mind now. We got Camille Taha moving up the field. He's already into 7th place as he just makes a bit of a mistake there, and actually he's going into 8th now. And he's going to try and battle with Matej Kadovic, and he actually, I think, overtakes him. Yes, he does, even before they get to the braking zone. Mata's car, he is head over into 4th, and actually now down into 5th. Again, pressured by Seliminov into 6th. So Matas having some sort of issue. Camille Taha is now going to be right behind him on his tail. El Tomov, he is down into 12th, but he's been moving up the field periodically. Kamil Taha. And Matas Kai, he's actually off. He's into the wall, and that gives Kamil Taha all of the positions. No, it doesn't. Kamil Taha is actually stuck behind Matas Kai, and Matas Kai now has to give the position to Kamil Taha because I think he actually overtook him off the track. In front of them, David Oliver. He's got a lot of damage as well. And he's actually sliding. Look at him. Saving that actually position before Kamil Taha can overtake him. And Kamil Taha now pressured by Matas Kai coming into the next couple of corners. Matas Kai, though, he has made a mistake and now he's off the track. Kamil Taha following closely behind David Oliver for 5th place. And actually, even then, Kamil Taha is still getting pressured by Matej Kadovic and Matas Kai catching onto the back of this field. Tom Bartels tumbling down the order into 14th place. And Kamil Taha has made a mistake. Actually, I don't know if that was overtaking or whatever happened there. Now he's into the wall and there's a lot of cars going everywhere. Right now, Matas Kai, he's moved up into 5th, even after all of his damage and after all of his endeavors. He's now into 4th as Seleminov gets overtaken by a lot of people. Matej Kadovic is the next person to do so. They're going to be going side by side, but not for long. Kamil Taha now is going to be hoping to overtake Seleminov. Taha, you better get P1. Don't let the damage slow you down. Yeah, absolutely. As Janis Kling gets into P2 ahead of Matej Bendel. There's a lot of battles going on for these top positions right now. And that is Matej Bendel actually taking that position from Janis Kling. And Kamil Taha now overtaking David Oliver. And Seleminov following closely behind. Matas Kai, he's off the track over there. David Oliver, he's off the track, flipping over a couple of times. I actually forgot this guy's full name. It is Matej Kadovic, whatever. He is getting super close to Kamil Taha. Actually, no, Kamil Taha overtaking him. No, Matej overtaking him again as they come down into the carousel. Matas, he's off. He's off the carousel, and that is a lot of positions lost for him. Kamil Taha now, he's overtaken Adrian Weaver and following closely to Matej. And Kamil, he's in the wall again. What is going on with these drivers? Not able to stick it onto the track. David Oliver now overtaking Matas Kai, who's had a lot of damage as well. Martin Dukon overtaking Gillim for 14th place. Tom Bartels still stuck in 13th. Matas Kai getting the overtake done on David Oliver, but we're still following C. Taha and Matej Kadovic and Adrian Weaver, both, all of them actually, in a battle for 4th place right now as they come down through the YouTuber corner. No mistakes done there. Tom Bartels overtaking Rahim for 12th place as they come down through these couple of corners. Kamil Taha taking the off-road section for what we can see. Hopefully I'm in the pits. Am I in the pits? I don't know if you can cut to me, but I should be in the pits. If I'm not, then I'm in the middle of the track. And that is the last thing you want to see. Right. Kamil Taha, he is still on the back of Matej Kadovic. No, he's not actually. It's Adrian Weaver who's on the back of Kamil Taha. Look at him in the Mercedes Evo 2. as they come down through the second carousel. This is very close to the straight, and we're actually going to see my car soon, as we're going to look at Mr. Foul's driver. Look at that commanding lead he has over Matej Bendel and Janis Kling following closely behind. Mattis moving down 2 positions. Tom Bartels also moving up 1 position, overtaking Tomov, and Gillum overtaking Rahim. Adrian Weaver overtakes Camille Taha as we just come to the end of the first lap. And my car shouldn't be there. It is not there, so that is good. Right, Camille Taha, we can follow this battle again. We got Adrian Weaver on the back of Camille Taha as they come down through the final couple of corners. Camille Taha is going to be 5th by the end of this first lap. But I'm not sure if he's going to be 5th for long, as his damage is starting to catch up with him. And actually, he might not be 5th for long, because he might take 4th from Matic Kadevic. As Gillum overtakes Tom Bartels, and in the background Adrian Weaver. He is having a bit of a moment. Camille Taha giving us some Tokyo drift as he goes off-roading onto the straight, where a lot of the cars bounce. Actually, we're going to see them bounce right there. Not a lot of bounce, and no bounce at all. And Camille Taha steadily closing that gap. The gap is now down to 0.5 of a second, just under half a second. And Camille Taha maximizing the track as much as he can as they come down through this very long right-hander onto my favorite part of the circuit as they bounce over these curbs. And Camille's still just under 4/10 away from Matic Kadevic. I keep on trying to call him as a Croatian name for some reason. Kadevec. And he's getting very close as Matic actually makes a mistake. Camille is going to try and go down the inside. It's not going to happen this time out, but he is now very pressuring him in order to make some sort of mistake. Now, if you make a mistake on Nordschleife, yeah, you can see how much it changes your race. As we see Matt's car, his faith changed drastically as he went into the wall a couple of times already. He's up into 7th, but he started 2nd. So you can see how a crash can change your destiny. Both Alfa Romeo drivers having some Tokyo Drift moments. As they just come down to this pretty slow corner. Matic makes a mistake, and that might give Camille Taha the position. Yes, it does. Matic giving that position away to Camille, as he just went a bit wide through that corner. Camille up into 4th place now. And there you go. Look at that. Matic giving us some very nice drifting action. And what other battles are brewing out here? I think we got Carolyn David Oliver, no. It was going to be Carroll and Seliminov, but it seems like Carroll made a bit of a mistake, and now is just over 5 seconds away from the Alfa Romeo driver. Seliminov, on the other hand, he's getting very close to Mattis' car. I think Mattis' car actually overtook him just a couple of laps ago. Tom Bartels moving down the field. He has had a bit of a stinker over here. Alright, Adrian Weaver, he has finally he finally recovered from his crash, and now he's starting to gain back on Matic. He's getting ever so close to him as they head down through the final couple of sectors of this track. And Matic making a very crucial mistake that might give Adrian Weaver the good run over here. And I don't think it was actually enough as they come down through the carousel over here. No, they don't. Apologies, I don't remember the circuit as well as I used to. And through the YouTuber corner, nobody makes a mistake, nobody makes a fool of themselves. David Oliver overtakes Carroll for 9th place. And now Gilliam overtaking Carroll for 10th. And I think there might be another battle between the two Alfa Romeos as Matic is trying to get his revenge run on Kamil Taha, having a bit of an off-road bit over there. Kamil Taha, he's going to be feeling the pressure over here as they just head down through the couple of corners. Adrian Weaver, he's going to be trying to capitalize on this little battle as they come down through the second carousel, the very short one. And Kamil Taha, he makes a mistake and he actually tumbles with Adrian Weaver. They make contact as Kamil Taha just had a spin and could not control it as he just went into the back of Adrian Weaver. And I think Mattis' car now, he's going to be having a bit of a go at Kamil Taha now. The two Vgtr ACC drivers can have a scrap on a different game, in different cars, on a different circuit, in different conditions. So everything very different as they come through the final stretch. And I think that Alfa Romeo might have a bit more top speed, but the BMW being in the slipstream, he's going to have a better move over here. Is actually, I think he might have overtaken him. Look at that. Mattis' car overtakes Kamil Taha for what is now P6. But Kamil Taha is going to have none of that. And he takes the position back from Kamil Taha as well. Adrian Weaver, he's had a moment through the final couple of corners. Adrian Weaver, now he's going to be given the position to Kamil Taha and Mattis' car as they come through the final corner. Kamil Taha able to go around the outside of Mattis' car, of Adrian Weaver, and so does Mattis. As they set their fastest lap times off the race. And Kamil, he is squirming all over the place, just trying to hang on to his Alfa Romeo, not doing him any justice. And Mattis likes what he sees right in front of him as Kamil is going off the track constantly. I might give Mattis a good run here as they're going to jump up. Hopefully that BMW does rise a bit. Nah, not as much. through the very fast corners of this track. 3 different cars, 3 different drivers, all fighting for 5th place. And one mistake can change the result of this race for these 3 drivers. No pitting is required in this race, but some might want to do so, since Mata has told us how the medium tires are completely dead after a couple laps, and the soft ones don't even last at all. Tom Bartels, I think he is moving down the field again as he is in the gravel, and that actually relegates him to 15th place. Not sure what's going on with him. What game is this? This is Assetto Corsa, as actually Tom Bartels decides to DNF from the race. Meanwhile, we were talking about that. Mata's car has actually overtaken Taha, who's now under pressure from Adrian Weaver. Yeah, this is a Assetto Corsa with actually no mods. No mods. It's just Nordschleife Dream Pack 1. But Camille Taha sadly now finds himself behind Matters, which I don't think he ever wants to see. No, I do believe in him. I do think that he has the pace to overtake him yet again, and I do think Matters has it in him to make another mistake, but Camille Taha making more mistakes than Matas in front. Now remember, Matas has a lot of damage as well, so that is not going to be benefiting him at all. Tom Bartels just in the... Oh, Matas, he's off! He's off and he nearly catches Camille Taha. That must have been a very close moment for Camille. Holy jeez. As Matas, he went off the track. Nearly caught Camille Taha. And now, Adrian Weaver, he had to brake a lot. Now, I saw those brake lights come on. And he's not going to be happy with that at all. Now he's going to try and get that position from the Lithuanian driver. Now I was just talking that Tom Bartels completely screwed up his wrists from his little crash into the gravel. Probably the reason why he had to DNF. Adrian Weaver, then he's not going to have a lot of things to do here, and Matas sadly pulling away from him. Well, sadly for Adrian Weaver, he's pulling away from him, and hopefully Matas can give us some more entertainment here as he tries to catch up to the back of Camille Taha. We can cut to Mr. Fowles' driver, but I don't think there's really much to say about him. He's just driving to his absolute limits 12 seconds the gap between him and P2 as he just comes on to the main straight for the second time. And we can just cycle through the people. We got Matej Bendel, he's in second place, just coming on to the straight now as well. Janis Kling, aka Silverwolf, in third, coming up to the straight too. He's actually very close to Matej Bendel. And then we got Matic in fourth place now after all of this shenanigans that was going on with him and Kamil Taha. Talking about Kamil Taha, he's actually in fifth and not able to catch to the back of Matic. Just trying to pull away from Mattis, who is in sixth and on the grass as he just comes on to the straight, and Adrian Weaver just behind him in seventh. C. Gillenberg in 8th. And then we got Safe Seliminovic in 9th. David Oliver in 10th. Arturo Carrillo in 11th. Leshpucho Tomov in 12th. Risto Rahim in 13th. And Martin Ducon in 14th. Tom Bartels, he has DNF'd. We can go to the back of Adrian Weaver, who's just trying to get a bit closer to Mattis, but I don't think much happened there. Adrian Weaver slowly falling behind Mattis as Mattis tries to catch onto the back of Camille. They are on their fourth lap right now, the penultimate lap before the end of the race. And this is where Mattis needs to give it all to catch to the back of the Alfa Romeo in front of him. He's got 4 seconds. You can see him in front. There's a nice little view of the cockpit camera of Mattis as he makes his way around the fast right-hander into the fast left-handers. Full speed ahead. You can see the damaged back of the BMW in all glory. Oh, there's 2 TV cameras. Static camera and TV2. We can have a look at TV2 for now. Actually, no, TV1. Haven't had much action from it so far. There's probably a reason why it's called TV1. Has to be the best one. Mattis, he's now 4 seconds behind Camille as they make their way through my favorite part of the track. And Mattis is in the wall. I'm not even sure if it's that exciting anymore. Oh, Adrian Weaver, he actually had to avoid that, and he went into the wall. Now they've got C. Gillenberg. Wow, okay, I was about to say it's not that exciting anymore, but look at this. Mattis has caused a bit of a drama-filled action over here. Mattis now, he has to try and defend from Adrian Weaver. Adrian Weaver, he's going to actually try and get that overtake done on Mattis. No, Mattis gets the overtake done on Adrian. Now we got C. Gillenberg. He's going to be fighting his way past Adrian Weaver, who sadly had to avoid the action from Mattis and himself went into the wall. And Mattis doing some Tokyo Drift style driving over there ahead of Adrian Weaver. And C. Gillenberg trying to go down the inside, but not enough space over there, not enough time. And Mattis again, he's sideways. And that gives Adrian Weaver the position that he ever so wanted. And now it's just going to be the matter of time before C. Gillenberg gets the position from Adrian Weaver. As they come down through the very fast corners, the Alfa Romeo is actually pretty powerful on the straights. Having just a bit more horsepowers in it. As Adrian Weaver just goes on to the grass. And that might set up Gillingberg for an overtake here. Around the outside he goes, and he does get the overtake. That was a very brave one from the Alfa Romeo driver. And now he's up into 6th. That was an absolutely beautiful overtake around the outside into the fast corners. As I just replenish myself on some water. And we're going to get our last lap soon as they come down into the carousel. And no, Gillingberg, he just about hangs on to that car. But now Adrian Weaver is closer than ever to the back of the Alfa Romeo. I have to say, that was a very nice save by Gillingberg. And Adrian Weaver in the background just trying to hang it out off the wall. Doing so pretty successfully, actually. And now the track seemingly goes a bit silent as most drivers now find their rightful pace and settle in for the rest of the straight to try and continue and not screw up too much. As we get the notification that the leader is on their final lap. So there you have it. The race is nearly over. But it's not over for these drivers. Yeah, obviously our leader is over 20 seconds ahead of P2. And over 3 minutes ahead of P14. Even by a couple of laps. He's still nearly half a lap ahead. But we look and wait for the people to go through the straight, and there's actually Matas with his lights on for some reason. Not sure why he's wasting the precious electricity of his old BMW. Doesn't really matter because I think that BMW might be going to the scrapyard after such a performance. And now Matas finishes his 4th lap and continues on his final lap. And he Nearly goes off, but just about saves it. Before trying to Tokyo drift right in front of the camera. I appreciate the need for content, Matas, but you know, maybe not so much drifting, please. He's just flashing his lights now. As he sets over the massive bump. And into the fast corner. As we look at the back of his very broken BMW. And somebody in front, that was AG and Weaver, I think, they were stalling a bit in the middle of the corner. And Matas now comes across the horizon. I do have to say, that is a very broken car. He's not been nice to his engineers or his mechanics at all by just handing them over this when he comes back into the pits. So, not sure if I would want to be his engineer or mechanic. He saves this one for now. Well, we can give some love to Camille Taha in the red Alfa Romeo. Number 8. He's 5th right now. As Martin Ducon just finishes his 4th lap. As our leader is just coming to the end of his final lap. So that is the difference in the grid today. Never mind that though. Camille Taha is coming across the nice horizon, nice tree line. His brakes orange. His car red. And his passion for this track probably starting to fade away, as he probably wishes to be more in the top 3, but you know, starting from the back, I think being in 5th is a very good position already. As AG and Weaver overtakes C. Gillenberg, and oh, Matas might get a free position. He actually might go down the inside. Oh, that was a very ambiguous send. Not sure why he didn't follow the yellow flag procedures there. Might get a disqualification from this event. That was not safe at all. So, Matas, if you're hearing this, flash your lights twice if you agree. I don't think. Oh, and he's in the wall. And he's off the track. I'm not sure what he's doing anymore. His suspension must be completely damaged. So, not sure if he's doing this for the clout or for the fun of it being the final lap. Or because he knows that the person behind is over 12 seconds away from him. And he goes onto the grass again. What is going on with him? And Arturo Carrillo having a bit of a moment out of that corner. Giving the position away to Safe Seliminovic. And we can have a look at the bottom 3 as well. We got Risto Rahim still running pretty nice. Just over 3 minutes 43 seconds behind our leader, but given still some good pace and not giving up at all, no matter what happens in this magical circuit. Car looking in a bit of a better shape, a better state than Matas's car. Martin Ducon, he has got his hazards on. Very interesting. Thinking maybe he's a hazard on the track, as well, he actually proves that one right. Goes straight into the wall. We've got Lishpucho Tomov. He is on that very nice straight. Also a very beat up BMW. Not sure why everybody's beating up their BMW today on this track, but it is what it is. David Oliver. Currently running in 11th. Also a beaten up BMW. Arturo Carrillo, we just had a look at him. He gave away the position to Safe Seliminov as he had a bit of a spin. Safe Seliminov, he's over... I can't do the math. Over 11 seconds ahead of Arturo Carroll, who is now also chasing Matt's car. There he is in 8th place, 1 minute 52 seconds behind the leader. C. Gillenberg in 7th. He is just 6 seconds behind Adrian Weaver, and that is the end of the race. Actually, our man Sal driver wins the race by over 16 seconds as Matej Bendel comes across the line as well to take 2nd place. Ahead of Janis Kling, who's just coming across the final stretch of the circuit. Finishing just 36 seconds behind the leader. And that is going to be the end of that podium. Matic Kadovic, he's going to be taking 4th place for the Alfa Romeo boys. And then comes Kamil Tahar also over the penultimate corner. And into the final turn he goes to get his 5th place from 16th on the grid. So well done to Camille for doing that. Adrian Weaver is going to take 6th place ahead of C. Gillenberg and Matt's car after having a lot of battles with them. Nearly ending up in the wall actually over there, just in the final couple of corners. Takes 6th place. C. Gillenberg is going to take 7th place. And Matta still on the straight. So he is that far away. And he's flashing his lights at the camera as he just comes across the final couple of stretches. He's got Safe Seliminov very close behind him, so if he makes a mistake here, then it might give the position away, but I don't think he will. Well, I don't know. You can never doubt Mattis in messing up final couple of corners, but no, he finishes 8th ahead of Safe Seliminovic. Coming into 9th. Then we got Arturo Carrillo, another Alfa Romeo driver, ending in 10th. And David Oliver as well over the couple corners, over the crest. And into the final one to claim 11th place. And then we got Lishpucho Tomov still on the straight as well. We actually got Martin Ducon still on the circuit, and so is Risto Rehim. Lishpucho Tomov racing towards the line. There we go, Lishpucho Tomov coming across the line to claim 12th place. And then we got Martin Ducon still not on the straight, but getting very close to it. Trying to finish his race. Alpha is OP, well, yeah, the person in first, I don't think actually drove an Alfa Romeo. Oh look, that's me. Martin Ducon. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I can definitely tell you that the battles you guys produced were a bunch of fun. Martin Ducon now finally coming across to the final bit of this circuit with his hazard still on and a very nice Mercedes. He gets 13th place, and then Risto Rehim, we wait for him as he just comes across the final stretch of the circuit. He's going to be the final person to finish this race as well in a very crinkled up BMW M3. Just over the final couple of corners, he actually jumps and locks up his tires, and that is going to be a very nice way to go out in this race. Going out with a bang, quite literally, and drifts to finish this race in 14th. Well, that was pretty successful, may I say, for the first race in the Nordschleife circuit. A lot of great racing produced by our lovely drivers today. Thank you for everybody who decided to watch today's race with me, and thank you to everybody who participated in today's race. It was a lot of fun to see how you guys would handle such a Nordschleife. Nordschleife in a 962 short tail next? Question mark. Well, that is always a possibility. You never know. You never know what might come next. But that was definitely amazing. Silverwolf saying that he blew his engine right before the line. Wow. That is interesting information. As you can see, there I am. That's been me this whole entire time. I've actually been commentating from the inside of this car, if you didn't know. That is the only way that I've been doing this whole commentary, so that is a fun fact for you. But thank you so much for watching. I will hope to see you next week at 4 PM BST for our normal scheduled seasonal race at a Donington Park it was. And I hope to see you for our next couple of one-off events, which I think the next one will be a transit van race around the Seattle circuit, and another one that is still a secret around in ACC. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you